All right, so today what we're going to be working on is the tab College Connections. So if you click on College Connections and go to My Campus Events, that's what we're going to be working on. So if you go to College Connections, My Campus Events, and you click on it, this is just all instructions. Just really quickly, I'm going to read it. My Campus Events is a series of co-curricular programs designed to complement the first year seminar, right? And then basically it just tells you, after attending an event, complete the prompts in the appropriate area below. I understand we're in a pandemic, right? So you might not have gone to any of these events, and I'm really sorry that you know what I mean. I wish you could have, but things happen, right? So where it says which event did you attend, you don't have to do anything about that, right? So this is what we're going to be focusing on, right? The advising events, right? Because everyone has an advisor. Everyone should have been advised in some form. Maybe your professor advised you. Maybe you have an advisor and you had a meeting with them. Maybe when you're enrolling into LaGuardia and you go in, like when you go to like admissions and they call your name and you go in the back, right? And they like go over everything with you, and they probably tell you like what classes you need to start off with. That's advising as well, right? So any type of advising experience that you had, right? So it says activity, complete a reflection on advising experience. Assignment, complete reflection on advising experience. Students are required to participate in events related to advising during advising week or meet with their advisor. So if you want to meet with your advisor, if you need to, if you didn't, whatever, you should meet with your advisor. Maybe not this week because, tomorrow we have break or whatever, but maybe next week, right? Just to see hey, like, what am I really doing, right? We need to register for classes. We need to get ready for next semester. Also, the next semester starts in March, right? That's spring. But the short session, it starts in January. So I would get together whatever I have to get together for January, right? If you are taking classes in the second session. So it says description. Every term, the Health Sciences Department holds a Health Science Advising Week. All HSF students are required to attend one of those events or visit their advisor before the last week of class, right? So maybe your professor has talked about this. And yeah, right? So a few objectives. Be connected to different campus support services or resources, receive guidance, to identify and discuss strategies for academic success, to form and maintain their connection with faculty, advisor, and other support staff in their program, right? So this is the questions for the reflection, right? So I'm going to go through them. Based on the recommendations, referrals, and topic discussed during advising session, um, what have you learned about yourself and your major through this experience? What have you learned in your classes that allowed you to appreciate this experience? Please give an example. What have you learned from this experience that you can bring back to the classroom and or help you to realize your goals in life? Then it says to log into your LaGuardia, review your student success plan. Does it reflect the discussion/planning you had during your advising session? How can the SSP, Student Success Plan, help you progress towards your academic goal? So here's the thing with the Student Success Plan, right? Some of you may have it. Some of you may not have it. Some of you might not have anything at all. It's completely blank, right? That is fine. If you do not have it, just skip those questions, right? But here is how you'll find it. If you go to your LaGuardia student portal, so I always just type in student portal, LAGCC, very first link, my LaGuardia student portal. And my credentials is already there. I'm just going to log in. So then if you look under academic profile, right, you'll see all of your information, right? But right here, this is what we're going to be focusing on. It says student success plan, right? If you click on it, notice that it says spring 2019 success plan, right? That's when I started LaGuardia, right? And I'm in my last semester. So this hasn't been updated because I don't go to advisors like through LaGuardia itself. I'm a part of ASAP, so I have an ASAP advisor. So yeah, that's like, I guess it's separate, so they don't really update the student success plan. But if you have a LaGuardia advisor, everything should be here, right? So this is when I think I was enrolling into LaGuardia, right? So it says to read it carefully. So the summary of the meeting, right, is students enrolled in first year seminar course should make sure they understand momentum, how it impacts graduation. They also review their degree map, create a semester by semester plan to graduate using my degree plan in ePortfolio. Talk to your FYS instructor or student success mentor for more support, right? So we discuss credits earned, GPA, degree map, and long-term planning. My student actions for me to do, right, is to register for next semester, right, and create/update your degree plan. So my advisor here basically gave me an outline for the very first semester. They gave me 4 classes. They told me what to take in session 2, right? And then when I went to my FYS course, then I understand more about LaGuardia, how degree planning, degree works, degree maps work. And that's when I like completed a whole graduation plan with my ASAP advisor. So that's what I did with you basically. For degree planning for also 4 semesters, that's what we did, okay? So even though if you don't have a student success plan, maybe you can reflect on that, like how we did the degree planning. Maybe now you have a, like, what do you call that? A playbook, right? For the rest of your LaGuardia experience and so on, okay? So that's the student success plan. So again, if you don't have it, just skip the questions. Maybe you could just talk about how we did the degree planning and so on. So the last question is, what did you like about the experience? What didn't you like about the experience, right? Then it says, note, once you have completed the event slide below, make sure to turn off instructions feature in the slide settings. Click here for steps. You can also click here for the steps. I'm going to show you how to do it, right? So if you notice, right, where it says advising events, this is what we need to edit, but it's not going to let me edit because it says instructions here, only viewable while editing. So you have to do this step before you start this activity, right? So if you remember, just scroll down all the way past the instructions, you'll see advising events. Then you'll see a lock, right, like diagonal-ish by advising events. So there's a lock. You're gonna click the lock to unlock it. You're gonna go down to settings, which is the gear. When the settings open, you're going to go to section options. You're going to go down and it says turn section into instructions, and notice how that's enabled because it's blue, right? All you have to do is click on it, make it gray, and it's not instructions anymore. Okay, then when you finish that, right, I'm going to publish my pages really quickly just to show you how it looks like now. So this is how it looked like before I made it like before instructions, before the instructions were on. Yeah. My pages are still publishing, so let me just give it a second. Okay, so then if I go to publish view now, right, I see my advising events now. So it's wonderful. Now we can edit it and make our changes and insert our reflection. So if I scroll down, there is an image here. Remember, I did show you a website to get images for free. It's called Unsplash, right? So you could download that and you could upload some images if you'd like. Again, this is not required, but you can if you want to. Right, so I sent that in the chat. And if you scroll down, there's also 2 more coming soon, right? So just really quickly, how to upload an image. So say you just downloaded an image from Unsplash. So let me just go back and show you, right? So maybe I want to do advice, right? Now I see a lot of cute images. Maybe I like this one because it shows that somebody's like showing me something or like explaining something to me. So I'm gonna download it. Here's the arrow for it. I'm just gonna click it and it just says to say thanks. then my download is right here. So I'm gonna go back to my ePortfolio, and here is my like coming soon image, right? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna hover over the box, you're gonna click on the edit button, the pencil and paper, you're gonna go to replace this item, then upload file. Since my image is already here, I'm just gonna take it and drag it and drop it, and then I'm gonna hit on upload. And now my image is there. So now it looks all nice, cool, right? And the same thing works for both boxes, right? So then for the advising events reflection, this is where your reflection would go. You're gonna click on the edit button, which is the pencil and paper. Here's the prompt. It's the same questions as the above. So you could either follow, like if it's easier to have it here or however you like, you could have it right there. If you need to minimize it because it's in your way, remember there's this button at the very corner just to click it to minimize it, and you could also make it bigger again, right? Just make sure you are not typing in this box. It allows you to type, please do not type in that box. You're gonna go back onto your ePortfolio, you're gonna delete all this text. Then you are going to start your reflection, right? So I expect this is 6 questions, right? Yeah, 6 questions. It varies because of those 2 questions, so about 4, right? So I would say 2 to 4 paragraphs for this assignment. So it doesn't have to be 4. If you write 4, great. It could be 2 and you'll be good, okay? Just make sure that you are answering all of the questions in full and complete sentences, okay? Alrighty, so does anyone have any questions about the actual assignment? If you notice, if you scroll down, there's like financial, health and wellness fair, and a whole bunch of other like events. You do not have to do that. You just have to do the one advising events. So just this one. And make sure that you are changing those settings to make sure that you are able to edit and you're seeing it on your ePortfolio. So for example, let me publish my pages and you'll see how it looks now. So this is how it looks. It says advising events, my image is there, my text is there, and remember I didn't do anything with these 2 images, so it's just floating, right? So that's pretty much it. Please let me know if you have any questions about the assignment at this time.
Do we have to put the other 2 images? Do we have to fill those in too or no?
So you can if you want to. I'm not making it like you have to, but you definitely can.
Okay.
Okay, so I just copied the link to this. I'm going to send it through Slack. So hey, at channel, here is the checklist. And I will send the video as soon as it downloads. So I'm gonna send it. So if you click on the link, it'll take you directly to this checklist, right? Then you're able to click on the links, the like itself, okay? And you can get caught up. All right, so does anyone have any questions, any concerns? Maybe you want some advice? Please let me know. Please be your own advocate here. Look at your ePortfolio, see what you have, see what you don't, then move on and complete those assignments, okay? So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm gonna take attendance and we can move forward. Let me just stop the recording.